Hey, everybody. I just got back. I thought I would have been on time. Huxley and I took the trash. That never gets old, by the way. When you have trash pickup in your life, if you are one of the more modern people in society that has a trash truck come to your home and pick it up, that's how I used to live my life. Be grateful for that because one day, my friends, you may have to take your own trash to the local dump, and it's fun to go see our friends at the dump, but it's not the most convenient. And hello, everyone. I'm going to scroll down now. I'm way at the top. Hey, Megan Roberts, mods, thank you for being here. Donna Cooper, Sarah Cray Cray, Liz Tricks made it. Hey, old Charlie, Rachel Stone. Let's see. I'm going to get behind. Now I'll be all right. DS Kitty Diane. Sophia. Hey, babe. Hey, Puka Vista. Let's see. Aren't you guys cute? Look, it's Jane Aldrich. Hey, Kestrel. Um, should I change my name to Spooky Vista for October? I think you should just do it for the last quarter of the year. I think that's adorable, and it's a yes from me. Charcoal Ninja. Wow. Thank you for that super sticker, babe. Always appreciated. That's very kind. Thank you. Hey, Montgomery Angel, and welcome back, by the way. Good to see you. Jane Aldrich, I'm happy to see you, babe. Hey, Meredith Lynn. Hey, Just As I Am. Alicia made it. Hey, Sandra, Lindy, Alana. Was on a road trip. Glad to be back. We've missed you, Alana. But you know what? I love that you're on a road trip, babe. I really like the stuff you do with your family and the pictures you post. Welcome back. Hey, Marie Marion, Peggy Collins, April Thomas. You're in the bath because you're big sad today. Well, I'm sorry. I hope the bath helps you with that. That can be rough, and we're here for you. I cleaned my bathtub today, and I thought I've never taken a bath in this house. I used to take baths all the time in Kansas City. Never taken a bath here. I was looking at my all the bath bubbles that I packed from Kansas City, and I thought I should donate those to somebody because I'll never take a bath here. Sorry that you're sad though, April. Hey, DNV. Hey, Christy Lynn Wilson. Kim's Whims. Welcome. Hey, Buffy. Marissa Martin. DS Kitty Diane. I love you, girl. Hey, Critters Creations. Danique. I love that you're here. Hey, Libby Jackson. Let's see. Rub it in, Rachel Stone. Keep rubbing that in. I remember back when I was living it up, where the trash came and picked up my trash for me. I've never lived anywhere where that didn't happen. The things we take happens every day of your life, girl. Hey, Renee B. Aline made it. Wendy 3per. Wow, thanks. I washed my hair today. Hey, Witchy Trista. Jeanette Brown. Mama E. I love you, girl. Aspire to inspire. Guys, I don't good for you, April. I don't hey, C Cotter TV. Honey Lou, what was I just gonna say? Oh, I can't seem to I have to wash my hair more in this kind of heat. Like I was sweating on that stream we did the other day, and my hair wasn't too dirty then, but the sweat makes it crispy. It makes it like crunchy, and that's a gross feeling. I have my sheets in the dryer right now because I don't like sleeping. I don't even like the sweat on the sheets. It grosses me out. It's a bummer. Um, hey, Catherine B. I hope you're feeling better. Well, what the heck? What are you doing down there? Hildy? Mia, come here. What the? Hildy? What are you doing, Hildy? Well, if you're going to make that much of a dramatic entrance, you at least have to say hello. Hildy went to her gramps. Oh, she took a walk today, and we brought some of it with us. Wow. We brought some stuff from the manger. Hey, Dreams of Elegance. That's Bohemian Luciferian Witch. Dry shampoo wasn't cutting it for me. Liz Tricks. Dry shampoo wasn't doing it for me, Sophia. That's when you know you have a problem. If dry shampoo isn't taking care of it, then it's a lot. What are you doing? What are you up to? You look really worn out because you went up to Grandma's today and you ran your little heart out and you brought some things home from the forest, I see. Oh, we've got more down here. How come you're not taking care of this? My God, girl. It's an awful lot. But we are feeling better, and that's what's important, Hildy. Dainty. Little kisses from Christ. Punky was born in a manger right next to Christ. Really dainty, too. I don't know if we told you that. It's the day of rest, and you would know, girl. We'll see you later. Scientology up north. Hey, Armine, good timing. You got to see your girl. You're gonna hate. Hey, baby steps. Baby steps. Actually, I'd like to discuss that. I'm glad that you brought it up. Hildy is dainty. You're gonna hate menopause if you don't like sweaty sheets. You'll be changing. Well, I do like sweaty sheets if it's the right kind of sweating. You know what I mean, girl? Oh, I like a sweaty sheet. Okay, just as much as the next person. But no, I don't like sweating. Like I get grossed out sweating, but we'll work it out. Thank you, Danique. Everybody says black is a good color for me as well as red. And that kind of cobalt blue, I'm told. We need to do more of it. We need to do more of it. I'd like to see more of it for everyone. Hey, Lee Sane. Did you get new ink? I did. Bamboo sheets. Okay. Hey, Heather. Hey, Linda McMillan. It's half done, Alana. Hey, Don Davies. It's healing nicely. And I think he said it's not going to be quite as black. Thank you, old Charlie. He said hey, Lisa Kelson, it's not going to be quite as black, and it has faded off onto my sheets and such, as I knew it would. It does look like it's lightened up a little bit. I want to discuss this actually, this other side, if you have a moment or two or three. Lisa, what'd you say here? Thank you, Wendy. I'm having a stupid flare up from my joint disease. I'm super weak and tired, probably be asleep soon. Well, go close your little peepers. Thank you. I just got this. I just got this cross necklace and I love it so much. Lisa Kelson, I'm sorry to hear that. And I understand I don't have a joint disease, but my mother does. And I totally understand based on her point of view of things. So thank you for sharing that with us. And babe, go to sleep. Take a little nappy. We love you and we'll see you on the next one, babe. I just want you to feel better. Hey, Witchy Trista, baby doll. Virgo boss. Yeah, good sheets. Peggy Collins, I want to do the fox's eye like a green color. I did, Danique. Hey, Robin Miners. That's okay, Kestrel. Did you have second skin on the tattoo? I don't know what that means. What is second skin? Did you have second skin on the tattoo? That stuff is amazing. I don't know if that's something you apply, like the aftercare. He just gave me a packet of vitamin A and D ointment. He said to wash it 3 times a day and apply it 3 times a day for the first 3 days. And then after that, for a couple of weeks, you just put lotion on it every day, which is pretty much what I've done with all of my tattoos. Yesterday was rough. Almost as bad as what sent me to the ER, but today is better. Oh man, Catherine B, that's awful. Everybody say a little prayer for Catherine B. We love her. She's teeny. She's just like a little Polly Pocket and she's not feeling good. So we want everybody to feel good. Hey, Angie Moe. Well, Danique, I'm definitely adding more. It's not like a question of, do I want to add to it? It's only half done. I know you were, Kestrel. And I definitely am adding more, but here's the question. Hey, Lacey Silver. I should have pulled this picture up actually. So I was thinking something today and I really want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Let me see if I can pull this up as fast as I possibly can. Fast, fast, fast. Yes, that was pretty fast. I'm pretty quick. Abalone Pearl, Montgomery Angel. This is Mother of Pearl. Thank you. I got it in War Trays this weekend, and I love it so much. It's handmade out of Franklin, Tennessee. You know how I feel about supporting small biz and makers and things like that. Good for you, Witchy Trista. I see what you're saying, Danique. So here's what I'm thinking. Thanks, Danique. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Hey, Debbie A. So let me save this picture. I have an idea. Let me first show you what we were going to put on the other side of the tattoo. And most of you know, but I need to show you because I need your thoughts. Where the hell is it? There it is. Okay. So, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Montgomery Angel. Hey, Katie Fulton. Welcome in, babe. Uh, okay, Heather, thanks for telling us, babe. Okay, so the other side of the tattoo, I was going to put flowers like this that you see here. See the cute little strawberry? It is Renee B. So far, I love it. She gave me a huge discount on it because she was just being really nice, and I thought that was so kind. Um, See the sunflower? I don't love sunflowers, but I think a sunflower would look cool. And I love the bright strawberry, all of that. Okay, so you get the idea. We were gonna put that on this side. Okay, Wendy Brewer. Hey, Pat Jonas. Flowers are fun. Okay. I also think a butterfly is a little overrated, like we did. I kind of wish I hadn't. I wish I would have done like a moth or something. Butterflies, I like them, but whatever. I didn't think it through. I think I am actually going to do Liz Trix's idea, and I might do the butterfly like a bright blue versus the orange. I'm thinking I might do bright blue. Katie, I did. Okay, guys, stay with me. I'm serious. I need you to hear me out. I need you to hear the thoughts. Okay. I post this picture on my Facebook every single New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I've done it for like 10 years, I think. I post it. And I just like this picture. I have no idea where it came from. It looks vintage. It's this girl. She's so cute. And she's popping out of a champagne bottle, right? All things that mean luck. So you got a horseshoe, you got a mouse, you got a four-leaf clover, you've got a heart, you've got some weird shit. So okay, everybody's saying yes to the blue. Okay. Yes, Christy Lynn. So what if we did, I'm thinking like what represents like prosperity, a new awakening. I want to put a couple flowers still. I disagree, Kestrels. I think the flowers are already going to make it busy, but I want to oh, that's a good idea, Wendy. I still want to put a couple of flowers. Well, thanks, Denise. Danique, I did lose some weight, but now that I'm off my diabetes medicine, I think I'm gaining weight. Hey, Nicole Hazel Miller, but thanks for noticing, babe. It doesn't offend me at all. It's not body shaming to me. I appreciate it that you noticed, but you're also my friend. So I think that's very kind, and I took it the right way. Thank you. So guys, listen up. I'm thinking still some of those flowers, but not too busy with the flowers. I don't love flowers anyway. I don't know flowers. I just like pops of color. That's my thing. So the flowers are only simply there because I love colorful tattoos. And so I've been really thinking this through. Just my journey out of Scientology into the light with you guys. Hey, Linda Garden Lady, all of these like the journey out, meeting God, things like that mean something to me more than ever. So I feel like I stepped out of the dark and into the light. And I've said that for a long time. Like, I feel like I'm seeing the sun for the first time. I very much felt like I've been in like a piece of veal, like in the dark, in a cage. They didn't let us see. That's how I met God. I feel like that was the message from God, was like, I've always known you. You didn't know me. There were no windows. They hid the windows from you. They kept you inside in the dark. But now that you're out here, welcome. And I'm God. Nice to meet you. That's how I feel. That was like the message I got. So I love the even more like dark versus light. Hey, Verbo Boss. So we have this dark side, which isn't bad. It's still this whole thing means something. The 444 means angels are all around you. I found God, and I feel that with the angels. I feel protected. The fox with the outshine to me means outshining what we did. Like the Scientology fox, we out clevered the fox, right? So over here, I was thinking, I thought of that, Liz Tricks, but I may do a separate tattoo with a cross. I don't know yet. But I was thinking like you could do a tiny horseshoe. You could do some flowers. You could do a strawberry. You could do all the things that mean something to me. I know Kestrel said that's too busy, but it's still also like my vision. So, I mean, how many of us have looked at somebody else's tattoo and thought, what the hell does that mean? Or, ooh, that's ugly. Or why would you put that with that? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not trying to make it make sense for other people. I want it to mean something for me. And that's why I love my tattoos. They mean something for me. Now, I don't want it to be super overcrowded, right? Yeah, Danique, but I was thinking like, I do too, Robin Miner. So I was still thinking like the strawberry and a couple of flowers, Would it be weird to find weird, like, I'd have to Google it. I haven't looked. Like, what means, like, awakening? I even thought like a little cross would be cool. But it may be too much. It may be too busy. And maybe, guys, I guess what I'm asking you is this. Do I just stick to what we were gonna do, which is just like floral, like just some flowers with the strawberry? You could do like a little bee or something stupid, but I don't know that I need to. Um, or Danique, that's cool, but that's probably way too much work. Like, that would take up a lot of room. I thought about that, like a sun. I even thought about, like, I don't know, a moon doesn't really mean anything to me, but just things that bring hope and good luck. What symbols would that be? Um, hey Shelly. Yeah, the symbols and the brightness, Wendy. A lotus flower. Yeah, I kind of agree with this, Danique. Flowers are boring if they don't mean anything in particular. I kind of feel that way too. I like the flowers for the pops of color, but other than that, they don't mean anything to me. It doesn't mean anything. Um, yeah, Alana, I don't plan on getting many more tattoos. Shelly Kelly says, Daruma dolls are seen as a symbol of perseverance and good luck, making them a popular gift of encouragement. It's a Japanese image. I love them. Will you send me a picture? You know my number, Shelly. Will you text me a picture of that? Or you could put it in the mod group so we can all see it. Thank you for your super chat, babe. I'd like to see that. This is true. Flowers are a symbol for new beginnings, as in spring. Hey, MLG Gamer. So that's a good point. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Charcoal Ninja. She's right. Flowers do have it's a new beginning, like spring, new growth. Yeah, I get that, Danique. Hey, Peace Lady. It would be too much to put next to it, Peace Lady, but I like your idea. What about a sun going from dark to light? It's just, I was thinking, Renee, be more like small little things, not like another huge image, like one image by itself. Yeah, you're right, Erica. Yeah, Pat Jonas, I'm liking that. Okay, cool, Lana. We talked about this actually. What if you choose birth month flowers for people that mean a lot to you? We talked about that before I got it done. Hey, baby steps, a sun, a cross, and flowers for color. I just don't know if we could fit all of that in. I was thinking just like little tiny things, but honestly, it may look weird. I'm kind of contradicting what I just said. Thank you for your super chat, baby steps. It may look weird to put like flowers with the sun. Like maybe we do just keep it to the flowers. Koi fish, yeah, represent perseverance and strength of character, which can lead to a new and successful beginning. That's really cool. I just don't know if that would go with it. So I'm kind of contradicting myself. Virgo Boss says, I really liked that example tattoo of the flowers. I liked the stems and open space because it looks natural and wild, not contrived. Yes, I agree with that. Thank you, Liz. Where's my phone? So Liz sent me symbols of hope. We got a dove, an olive branch, a butterfly. Ooh, and I like the color of that. This is the butterfly I think I'm thinking, like a bright blue. Lacey, it might be hard to put that in there. A cross, a sunrise, an anchor, a wishing well, a rainbow, a shamrock, a star knowledge. It's like a star pattern, a swallow, tree of life, cornucopia. I don't think I would put any of these next to this fox. So I don't know. Maybe it would look weird to add. Yeah, Katie, yeah, I love that blue, Erica. I agree, Debbie A. I think I'm wrong. It's one of those things. I think I like the idea of it, but even so, my artist is kind of a picky dude. He gave me his opinion on pretty much everything. And he said, like, no, that wouldn't look good. No, you don't want to do that. Like, he was weird about the font. I don't like the font of this. And he kind of made me, I wanted like a typewriter font, kind of like that's the theme on the rest of my tattoos. He was like, "This is a too much of a feminine, like, whimsical tattoo." He was like, "If you put typewriter font," he was like, it's gonna clash, it's not gonna look right." And I was like, "I don't agree with that," but he didn't wanna do it. Um, yeah, Honey Lou, I do too, Danique. I agree, Dawn, his mom. I like Robin Miners likes the font. I'll tell you, I'm not against the font anymore. I hate though. I'm never gonna get used to this. I really hate the placement. And if I'd have seen that and noticed it, I of course would have said something. I absolutely hate that the word is up here right by its face. I think the word should have been like down here. But there's nothing we can do about that now. What does hope look like to you, Pat Jonas? Just things that are bright. Like I say, I was in the dark and I just like, I'm drawn to the light. I'm drawn to things that represent that. Um, Marie Marion, that's not a bad idea. I don't think I would want to put that there. The other thing I'm thinking, guys, and I know this is crazy because I don't intend to get more tattoos, but I already am thinking he's going to brighten this up for me because it's not as bright as I ever wanted it to be. I wanted this to be much brighter. And I thought, I'm not ever going to, I adore this font. And I'm like, I like where the placement is. I think the flowers are done. You'll see how the font placement balances out the whole piece. I think you're absolutely right, Helena. That's why I'm trying not to be so like, I don't like this. I don't like that. Wait till it's done. He did a great job. To be honest, I've been looking at it more these last couple of days. And as the ink has worn off and it's kind of died down, it's not so black. I think it's very detailed. And I think he did a good job. And I love the 444 placement. I'm can do with or without the butterfly, but I don't hate it. I think the fox itself, though, is beautiful. I think it's lovely. I want the eye to be like a deeper green, and then we're going to have a bunch of color over here. Yeah, Sophia, I just think that's too much to put right there. So, Verbo Boss, I like the flowers of the picture I showed you. If I'm going to do flowers, I think I'm going to go with those. Did you guys like the strawberry with the flowers? I thought that was really cute. I just liked it. Oh, Debbie Zito says, could you do a sun shining over or through the wildflowers? Now, what do you think of that idea? Could we do that? Debbie, that's a kind of a neat idea. Like almost guys, like, I don't know though. I don't know if it would be unbalanced, but to have like the rays, like that's always kind of godlike to me. When do you guys ever see it's like a rare thing, but when you see a day where like you can see like rays coming through the clouds and you just can't stop staring at it, it's so beautiful. It's like a photo. What if we did that? Could you do like somehow like sunshine rays? I don't know how you would do that. Would they be black? Like, I don't know how you would do that. That's a great idea though, Debbie. Yeah, Katie, I know, me too. Sunrises are new beginnings. I love the idea of that. And it doesn't overpower everything else. Like if you could somehow, would you just have the rays of the sun or would you have an actual sun? How do you tattoo a sun? Would you have the rays of a sun or just a sun? Would you have a sun above it? I do too, Erica. Yellow can be hard to mix. I don't know if I would do it in yellow. I don't know if he would just do it in like a shading. Huh. Hey, Joel Sachs. The sun would not be black, Reese, but the outlining of the rays might be. Oh, I love that. The kids used to say, "Look, Mom, heaven to the rays shining down." It's very heaven like. Yeah. I don't know, Debbie. That is a really good idea, though. I wonder, I'll email him. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we add like this color, for instance. This is like a brownish kind of yellow color to make that banner look kind of vintage. I'm wondering if it would be something like that, just like a kind of a yellowy, orangey color. Would you put a sun? Like, would you somehow put like integrate a sun with the fours and like have it shine on the other side? I have a feeling the artist is going to say, no, that's going to look really unbalanced. Are you looking at making your fox different? No, Buffy, I'm done with the fox. I don't want to do anything else with the fox other than color in his eye. I'm not doing anything else with him. Thank you, Paula McDonald. Erica just sent me a text. Oh, a lot of you are texting me. Okay, Debbie just sent me this. See, that's way too overpowering. I wouldn't want that, but that's cool. That's just way too much. That takes up like the whole thing. But I get the idea of a sun. Let's see what Erica sent us. Oh, Erica, I was in the middle of texting you, and I just realized now that I opened your text, I haven't sent it. Okay, well, I'm sending the text that was not sent, so you're getting that right now. Yeah, Debbie, I agree. Like, that's interesting. It just feels like a lot. Buffy, I'm not adding to the fox at all. The fox is done. I'm talking about the other side of the tattoo. Remember, Buffy, how I said the other day it's half done? So the fox is done. I'm just talking about like this side of it. I like the idea of dimensions of colors and sun rays. Yeah, have the rays come from an unknown source that would represent God. I don't know if that can be done, but it sounds cool. I feel it in my head. I just don't know if it's something he could do. Oh, I love that. Keep your face to the sun and you will never see the shadows. Sky with stars to represent loved ones. Sassy, that's not a bad idea. That's pretty too. Yeah, no, you're fine, Buffy. I think I got what you meant. I kind of felt like that's what you were saying. Hey, Carrie Ann. Yeah, Angie Moe. What if you put something below outshine? It may look more like the word is not off balance. What would you put below it? I don't know that I would put anything else here. I don't know. Yeah, Wendy, it might be. The other thing that I don't know if Abigail is in here. I don't think she is. Hey, Kat. The other thing I'm really thinking about doing, I really think I want to do this. I'm never going to tattoo my lower arms. Of course, I have this little wrist tattoo, but I'm never going to get like, I won't be doing my lower arms at all. I want to leave those naked. But I really thought of a place because this actually doesn't take up my whole arm. Sometime down the road in typewriter print, like from here to here, I really want, yeah, Buffy, I want the verse that was on the necklace that Abigail had made for my birthday. And it said, gosh, I just had it in my head like an hour ago. Yeah, Alana, I agree. It said something, hey, Andy, she is with God. She will not fall. You know what I'm talking about. The one that said, God is with her. She will not fall. Something like that. I really want to get something like that with a cross. And I have plenty of room to do that right here. I think it would look weird to put another image. Honestly, this is dumb of me to say. When I really, you know what kind of tattoos I really like are words. I don't love images because it's hard to do. Like portraits and pictures, like it's not always, it doesn't always, but words to me and like certain fonts, I think really look cool. They pop on a tattoo. And so I think if you put a picture or an image up here, that's going to clash with this. But if I put a Bible verse right here in typewriter font, I just kind of like that. And I wanted that Bible verse. I fell in love with that Bible verse. And I thought it'd be neat to put a cross with it. So I really like that idea. I'm not in a hurry to do it. I usually get a tattoo every couple of years, and that's probably when it will happen. But Katie, that is such a nice thing to say. And I know exactly what you mean. In fine line, I don't know what that means, Sophia. A verse like this, typewriter print, like that, just typewriter print. God is within her. She will not fall. God will help her at break of day. I wouldn't put that part in. I would just put God is within her. She will not fall, because that's what's on my necklace. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Buffy. Um, Katie, I want to say that. I want to say thank you for validating that. Katie says, "Can I just say, Reese, I'm so proud we're here." I know exactly what you mean. I never thought, I just have to say that. I got to be real with you guys for a minute. Tattoo stuff aside, I'm wearing a cross necklace. That may not mean, like, I know you guys have walked this journey with me. I know a lot of you know me very well, and I know that we're friends. And I know I don't take that lightly, right? Like, I know this is personal. All of us, this is a personal place to be. We get vulnerable here, we share things. Still, you have walked this journey with me, but you don't live in here. And I love you, Katie, and it is absolutely, hey Nicola, the opposite. If you would have told me 30 years ago, 5 years ago, 17 years ago, it doesn't matter when on the timeline, if you would have said, you are going to meet God and you're going to feel silly because there is one, and you're going to know him, and you'll just know. It won't be because someone told you. It won't be because somebody pushed you. It will simply be because in your home one day, God's going to come and introduce himself to you. And that's exactly what happened. I'm not getting weird with you guys. I'm not preachy. I don't know the Bible, but I have never felt so sure of it in my life. My life has been dramatically different since I met God. It's just a fact. Like, I just have never been so sure of anything. I'm as sure as I'm born that there is a God. I feel that in my heart. Love you, love and life. I'm happy you're here. I feel God. It's not like it's not anything. Hey, Kathy Burkhart. I'm not trying to make anyone uncomfortable, because I really try to balance this. I don't want to get political and I don't want to get religious. But this isn't religious to me. This is just simply a relationship that I formed with a higher power. And hey, Holly. Thank you, Holly. I'm trying not to get emotional, but it's absolutely wild. It's almost unexplainable. I can't quite put this into words. But I think about this a pretty big chunk of my day every day. I just know. I feel it. I feel God very strongly in my path, in front of me, standing behind me. I just feel it. Thank you, Aline. It's not to make anybody uncomfortable. I respect everybody's opinions. I respect everybody's beliefs. There are people here who do not believe in God. I have no issues with that. You are just as welcome here. This isn't a Bible channel, right? But I don't know the Bible, never read it. I just know that, yes, I found my soul anchor, and I've never felt more. I don't feel like I have to please people as much. And I certainly feel at peace about what other people think of me now, or how much somebody hates me, or how much somebody loves me but doesn't like the way I live my life, so I need to live it the way they tell me to live it. Any of those things, just other people's thoughts, opinions, hatred, love, whatever it is. I feel very much at peace, because I'm like, I feel like I kind of know where I'm going in this life, but after too. I have an idea. And I feel guided. I know I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't feel joy in hurting people or knowing someone's hurt. I wish the best for everybody, but I'm above it now. I'm really above it. I told you guys, I got a random text. Somebody gave out my phone number that hates me. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But I'm giving this example because, hey, Kim is blue. I got a random text from someone the other day who clearly wanted to take me down a notch, right? That's what haters do. That's what people with I call them godless people now. You're a godless individual, and that's perfectly fine. I hope that you find, whatever it is you're searching for one day. I know I did, and I feel much more at peace, right? So, exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Alana. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter to me that you do or do not believe in God, because I've been pushed around my whole life on what I'm forced to believe in and what I'm told that I am and what I'm told that I'm not. I would never push that on anyone, right? I would never even have a conversation with someone and be like, but there is a God. I would never argue that. This is personal. It's my relationship with God, not yours. And I don't need to push one on you, right? But hey, Nana Tracy Murphy. Yeah, Sophia. But I feel so much more like this person, random person, hater, texts me and they're like, ooh, we're getting closer to the truth coming out. Your days are numbered. Um, we're about to experience the final nail in your coffin. And I actually read it while I was getting tattooed. He was sawing away on my arm, and I was like, hmm. And I just wrote him back and I said, I don't know who this was. I have a pretty good idea of who it was. But I wrote him back and I said, nail it shut. I'm at peace about this stuff. There is nothing you can do to me. I don't have to answer to anyone. I don't care what your thoughts are of me. And they wrote me back, of course, this like god awful, you're a horrible person. You've never done anything to help society. What have you ever done? Your son hates you, blah, blah, blah. And I wrote him back this. I didn't write this. I sent this. This is what I sent to them. Make peace with the fact that people will always see their own version of you in their minds. You don't have to be responsible for who they think you are. I sent that to them. I said, this is my opinion of what you just said, because they said, give me 5 things that you've done that have helped people or this world. And you're a terrible mother and your son's embarrassed. And I wrote him back and I said, here's my only answer. Make peace with the fact that people will always see their own version of you in their minds. You don't have to be responsible for who they think you are. Does that sink in with you guys? Because that's where I'm at in life. It's the same thing as what people think of me is none of my business. Yes, yes, yes. It's very true. But let's break it down a little more. People will always see their own version of you in their minds. There's nothing you'll be able to do about that. It's called free will, and I'm learning about it. It's called, hey, Martin, it's called free will. People are allowed to hate you. Let people be wrong about you. Who cares? You don't have to answer to them. Thank you, Verbo Boss. I don't have to check in with my haters. I don't have to give 5 reasons. That's another thing I've really been focusing on lately. And I think these things are coming apart in layers for me coming out of Scientology. It's still brand new. In a weird way, I'm still like just dipping my foot into the real world, I feel, because I'm realizing how contained and controlled I was. It still shocks me. I never considered this before. Hey, thank you, Love My Country. I never considered this. And what I'm about to say is going to be weird for you. I never considered that I don't have to explain myself. Scientology is nothing but explaining yourself. You are on the cans on an e-meter, and you are being asked hundreds of questions for 5 to 9 hours at a time. Where were you? When did it happen? Who saw it? Who missed it? How'd you feel about it? Are you sorry? Why are you in SP? All these things. And guess what? It's not just this lifetime. So you got to go past life. You got to dig up all that shit from your past. So 16 lifetimes ago, where were you? Who saw it? Who missed it? They are just digging everything up. You have to explain. You have to give it a reason for everything about why you are such a terrible person, why you pulled that in, why that person got sick because of your actions, all these things. The alternative never occurred to me. that I don't have to give an explanation. I have free will. And now that I know that, it's not being taken away from me by some random coward person texting me saying, "We're about to expose you, Reese. Final nail in the coffin." Nail it shut, my friend. God be with you. Nail it shut. I have free will. You're not taking that from me again. I didn't have free will for 40 years, 38, thereabouts. Do you really think that your little hatred video or your snarky comments or your empty threats are going to have that kind of an effect on me? I lived through Scientology where I had zero knowledge of God, the Son, that I could think for myself, that I could ask questions. I wasn't allowed to ask questions. I scrubbed toilets and floorboards for most of my time in Scientology, and people walked over my body. I wasn't allowed to eat with the rest of the crew. I was shamed and blamed like the rest of them. I'm not trying to sound like it was just me. So many of us were that way. I'm not special, but it's a trap. It's just a trap. The whole thing is a fucking spiritual trap. It's spiritual abuse. And I am never going back. There is no going back. I walk with God now. Whatever that means to me is what that means to me. I feel God all around me, and I feel that God is also very happy that I met him. And I feel God saying the same thing I'm saying. She's with us now. You're not taking her. And that is incredibly powerful. And I will not turn my back on that. I'm not going to walk away from that. So you're going to have much bigger army of ammunition than that. And this isn't me talking to the YouTube haters. There's so few, right? It's just the world. I mean, the world. I mean, people coming at me out there in the real world, also on social media. I'm too comfortable in my position now. I don't feel uncertain about where I am or where I'm going. You're too late. You missed the window of opportunity where I was unsure of myself, scared of everything, in a state of fear. When people are fearful all the time, or people are argumentative all the time and constantly offended, I said this the other day, you are easy to manipulate. If you're easily offended, you are easy to manipulate. If you're always walking around in a state of fear, you're easy to manipulate. I'm not as fearful anymore. I realized this the other day. I love that new life plan. I'm going to read that in just a minute, guys. The person who texted me that, right? Oh, we're about to expose you, Reese, the final nail, right? You realize the only weapon they have is to put you in fear. If I'm not afraid of that, they're fucked. That is the only thing a bully can work with, is to intimidate and put you into a state of fear, because then you're beneath them. They're in control. If I'm scared, you won. It's over. I'm bigger than you. I'm bigger than that. I'm better than that. I'm not afraid anymore. Nail it fucking shut. Nail the coffin shut. I will still stand tall. I will still be here. I'm not going anywhere. I've lost 4,000 subscribers. We're still here and we're still happy and doing great. Thriving, in fact. This is almost everything is subjective, including success. Success is subjective, entirely subjective. I feel that we are a huge success. I love my life. I love everybody here. I'm able to be a single mom and support my son, and I have my animals, and I'm proud of that. I'm really proud that I'm making it without a man, without anybody. I'm doing it. I'm happy. I love what I do. So nail it shut. But I think this is incredibly, incredibly important for everybody to hear this one more time. And then I'm going to go read that. Make peace, guys. You have to. The most horrible thing is worrying about what other people think. You are a slave if you worry about it. Before I read this again, I'm going to say what I said the other day. I said this to a good friend the other night. She called me and I said, we will all be dead. Like, this is a blip in time. We're all going to be dead. And I've been to probably at least, and I'm not exaggerating, hey, Molly Moon, at least 100 funerals because I worked in senior living and I attended every funeral and they were all my friends. And not one time, not once, and I would like to speak for the rest of you. I'm guessing that not one time at any funeral you've been to, were you sitting there going, God, they looked really good in a short skirt. Oh, she had beautiful eyes. I loved her hair. She had quite the career. Nope. None of us are thinking that. You know what we're thinking? The impression they made on us. We're thinking of a specific time they taught us something, good or bad. Maybe you're sitting there going, God, that dude was an asshole. I'm glad he died. Maybe you are. We'll never know. But it's the impression we make on others. That's I've read that. The only true currency in this world is the effect that we have on other people. So if you're going to send me threats and say you're about to be exposed, nail the coffin shut, do it. But don't text me and say, what have you done good in this world? I've done a lot of good. I've made friendships. I've tried to help people. We've talked things through. I wouldn't say that I'm a saint, but I know where I'm going and I know what I'm doing. And I'm certainly, hey, whine a little bit more, not trying to harm anybody. I'm trying to help, myself included. This is really important, guys, because once we're dead, we'll be fairly forgotten about. You know, I talk about Fred a lot, not because I'll forget him. I'll never forget him, but I like to keep him alive by talking about his stories. And I hear him in my head going, oh, honey, I hear it. He loves it. I'm sure he enjoys that. I'm sure people like to be remembered, right? But the fact of the matter is, once we're gone, we're just kind of a memory. So it's the effect. It's the impression you made on someone, and it may be a bad impression. But nobody's sitting at a funeral going, I loved her handbag collection. Like, she drove a Mercedes. No one gives a shit about any of that. Hey, Air Supply. Hey, Lumen. No one gives a shit. Once, I mean, we don't have to prove anything. So I'm going to read this again. Yeah, Marie Marion. Make peace with the fact, guys, that people will always, this is a fact. People will always see their own version of you in their minds, just like anything else. It's your own interpretation. I could get 500 different viewpoints on the Bible and they'd all be totally different. Or a movie. I could tell all of you to go watch a movie and you'd give me your interpretation of the movie. That's what makes humankind so amazing. How many times have we talked on here and I've gone, whoa, I never thought of it that way. Somebody will throw up a comment. I'll read it and I'll go, holy shit, I never thought of that. Because it's genius. It's free will. People think differently and that's a beautiful thing, right? So your interpretation is always going to be, how many people have you met that you loved or you even liked or you feel indifferent about? And the other person goes, oh, I hate her. She's so smug. And you go, well, I didn't get that vibe at all. Oh, whoa. Are we talking about the same person? That's happened to me. Like, your interpretation or just your interaction was different, or you're more sensitive than I am and you read something the wrong way, or maybe you read it the right way. I don't care. People will always see their own version of you in their minds. You don't have to be responsible for who they think you are. You don't have to attend everything you're invited to. If somebody thinks you're an asshole or has a bad opinion of you, That's an invitation for you to go, well, wait, but who cares? You don't have to attend every party you're invited to. Okay. But the point is, it's just like they interpret a different book or a movie differently than you did. People interpret people differently. That's not my concern that you think I'm a terrible person or a bad mom. It's not my concern. It's where you're also at in your life, whether you're a healed person, you're dealing with your own troubles. Hey, Copper, I'm sorry I missed some super chats, which is so nice of you guys. Catherine B, no weapon that is formed against you will prosper, and every tongue that accuses you in judgment will condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their vindication. I don't know if I know what that word means, is from. Did Abigail, this sounds familiar to me, but I don't know the definition of that word. Does vindication mean like you accomplish something? Like if you feel vindicated, you feel good about it, like you feel like you were righted in a wrong situation? I could be wrong, and I don't know if I know the definition of that. I'll stand by for that. Thank you, Catherine. I'm glad that you're with us, babe. New life plan. Ew, threatening text. Screenshot those. Here's to your free will. Thank you. Speak your truth. Proud of you. I did screenshot. I already sent them to the police officer that I send everything to, not because I'm trying to stir anything up, but just because he always tells me anything and everything. Just send it. That way we have, if something were to happen. So I already did. Thank you, New Life Plan. And I love you, babe. And that's a giant super chat. I appreciate it so much. I really do. And I love you. Baby steps. Catherine's verse is from the Old Testament. Oh, thank you. I like knowing if it's old or new. Thank you for the super chat. Nothing makes him more mad than when you make it on your own with no man and find peace in that space. Yes. When you do it on your own, especially as a woman, yeah, people, even other women get mad, I find. They get jealous and angry about it, which is the weirdest thing. We've talked about this at length. Women who don't support other women are bizarre to me. Like being jealous or angry that you're successful is shocking to me. It's so bizarre. Thank you, babe, and I love you. Speaking of, you're a successful gal, and I always look up to you. Sassy, the problem isn't with you being here. More about them never imagining you could. Yes. Truth doesn't need their permission to exist. Yes, I love you too, Sassy. It's so true. She's absolutely accurate. Thank you for being a member, Sassy. Hey, Liz Tricks. Okay, interesting, Martin. I'll go back and read that. What then shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? I love that. That's New Testament. Okay. What then shall they say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against? So that's also, did I save that? Yes, I did. I wrote it down. I got to find it. That reminds me of something I'm going to read, Liz. Thank you for your super chat, Liz. Hey, Don Pariso. New Life Plan. Remember the time you talked about it, annuals and memos? Yeah. So many of us felt safe to talk about them and try to finally go because you cared for us. I do remember that. And we should have another discussion about it. Honestly, it's incredibly important. I'm due for my mammogram already. I had my first one last summer. Thank you for your super chat, babe. That's really kind of you. I think people were saying, yes, I did have that correct. Shelly Kelly, people call God a lion. If a lion is with you, who can ever hurt you? There is nothing to fear. He is a fierce protector. Yes. And I believe that. Mine was from Isaiah, Old Testament prophet who foreshadowed the coming of Christ. Okay. Thank you, Catherine B. Yeah, Wendy, we got to get our mammograms. This is beautiful, Shelly Kelly. And thank you for your super chat. I wrote something down. Okay, so I kind of have a weird question. I'm all over the place now, but I'm enjoying this chat so much. I kind of have a weird question. I don't want this to come out wrong. I have seen people say, like, okay, is that a fox on your arm? It looks like a wolf. If you're asking me if it's a fox, but you're telling me it looks like a wolf, awfully big to not be happy with, I would complain. Well, I'm not really into complaining. There's nothing to complain about. And the guy was amazing and he was very kind. So he did great work. But thank you. Clearly not a fox. Well, I love wolves as well. So if you thought it was a wolf, I'm happy with a wolf too, my friend. Thank you for your opinion of what's on my arm. New life plan. I brought up the mammograms as yet another good thing you have done. You're a sweet babe, and I love you. We need to have that talk again, and that reminds me I need to make an appointment for a mammogram. And thank you again for your super chat. I have a weird. I don't want to stir up like controversy here. This is not. Please don't take this the wrong way. I guess is what I'm trying to say. I have a lot of God questions, and I'm afraid to ask them sometimes. Well, even if it doesn't look like a fox and it looks like a wolf, I love animals, so who cares? I love wolves. I think they're incredible. Kestrel's a wolf fanatic. It's not a wolf. Oh, happy birthday. Your birthday message made my day today. Thank you. Well, happy birthday. I said happy birthday to a couple people, Nana Tracy. Murphy, thank you for telling me that. And happy birthday to you, babe. Okay. Stir it up, Wendy. Nail it shut. Okay. I have a God question, and please don't take this the wrong way. I've heard people say throughout my life, thanks, Angie Mo. I've heard people put these two words together, God fearing, or people saying like the fear of God. I've never fully understood that. I kind of get the idea. I think like God is all knowing, all powerful, right? So like, but I get the impression people want you to fear God. I do not. I think God is like my closest friend, and I think God understands me and my sense of humor. I think God wants me to be afraid of him. Right? I don't understand that because I don't want to be afraid of God. If I have to be scared of God, I don't want to walk with God. I spent my whole life, thank you, P. Taylor. I spent my whole life being afraid. I feared L. Ron Hubbard. I feared my father. I don't want to walk with someone or be so tight and close with someone who I'm afraid of. Fear of God is more like extreme faith and respect in God to me anyway. Yeah, I have all the respect for God. I know that God is above me. But I also know that God doesn't want to hurt me. God doesn't want to see me go to hell. Like God created me. So I don't fear God. I don't like that because I don't fear God. He's my father, my protector, and loves me no matter what. Alicia said it perfectly. Yes. Now, I guess I just didn't understand that. God-fearing implies fear of the ultimate authority and judge. Some believe being righteous means following God's rules and fearing his judgment if you sin. I get it. Okay. Okay, Catherine B. And I'm not saying it's wrong, guys. It's just where I stand about it. But I wrote something down, and I don't know where I got this from. Sometimes I quickly jot things down. I myself do not fear God. I too have never really understood that God is my very best friend. Lisa Kelson, that's beautiful. Yes. And Wendy says for Catholics or some of us, it's about accountability, what you put into the world. That's why we have free will. Okay, I love that. I'm not against it. I just don't understand it. God-fearing is more about respecting and realizing, having a reverential and loving feeling toward God, devoutly religious. Okay. I don't mind it. I just don't feel that way. It's because some faith systems operate fear-based and use God as the vehicle to control people into obedience. Think how Hubbard was made out to be. Yes. God doesn't want us to fear, old Charlie. Yeah. Hey, Noel. I take it more as respecting God. He, Jesus, and Holy Spirit are my best friends, but deepest respect. Yes. I love that, Noel. And I'm happy to see you. That's how I feel. I'm not sitting here going like, I don't fear God. Like I'm not challenging God. I respect the all powerful there, but I also just get this impression that like God is very loving. God wants you to love him. Yeah, I love that, Alicia. It does to me too. God-fearing seems old school to me. Yeah, I agree with this. So I wrote this down. Sometimes I just jot shit down in my notes out of nowhere. I don't even remember where I got it. But this is true for me. This is true for me. And it's an interesting concept. And maybe you won't find it interesting. I wrote, being more afraid of the created than the creator. And I think there's a lot to that. I feel differently now these days. So that's what I was saying is nail it shut. I don't, now that I'm with the creator, I feel less fearful of the created because I stand with and walk with God. That's how I feel. I feel God in my life all the time. It's a beautiful thing, and it's very, very overpowering, overwhelming, and warm and welcoming. And I'm just not afraid. I feel so less afraid of the hate or what's to come or nailing the coffin shut. I don't feel afraid of any of that. Do it, nail it shut. But I used to fear the created. I've never feared the creator. First of all, I was told there wasn't one my whole life, but now that I've met him, I'm not afraid of God at all. I don't feel frightened of God at all. I also don't fear the opposite of God, the evil, the dark stuff. I don't fear any of that either. Ever since Fred died, I've always felt evil in this world. Even as a Scientologist, I didn't know what it was. I have seen some weird shit. I've seen some kind of paranormal stuff before. I've gotten really ugly vibes um, off of things. And I don't know if it's darkness. I don't know where it comes from. But ever since Fred died, I swear to you, I have never feared it. Like, even if I wake up in the night and I hear something or I feel something, I'm like, oh, yeah, Fred's not letting that in here. And also, just now, it's got to be God. God wouldn't let that happen. I don't think so. I'm just not afraid of those things either. I don't fear that stuff. Fear is a control mechanism, yes. And sometimes in groupthink, people feel the need to control there's in the name of obedience to the groupthink. Yes, new life plan, hit that. Yes, you are absolutely right. In the name of. I don't love that either. I don't love that. Like, don't use God for that. I love that. It's a control mechanism. And thank you again for your super chat, babe. That's really nice of you. Eric, I had a big epiphany today. Shame melts in the light of shared experience with another. Here's another way that you have helped us by giving us a place to talk about everything. 100%. And I love you, but that's not my gift. That's everybody's gift. That's why this isn't my channel. It's our channel. It's our community. Everybody pulls their weight here. Everybody brings so much to the table. It's so insightful. And it's pure love. Even if people don't disagree, we can all disagree here. We just can't be hateful. I love this. Shame melts in the light of shared experiences with another. It's so true. When you don't feel alone, do you know how many people in this chat have gone, oh my God, Reese, thank you for talking. I get so many damn messages. They don't slow down. I get so many messages of people going, I have felt shame about that my whole life. Thank you for talking about that. I thought I was the only one, or I have never felt good enough to talk about it. You talked about it and I feel better. I have so many people that reach out to me and go, oh my God, I feel so much better that we discussed that, or I needed to hear this today. That is everything to me. So Erica, yes. Hey, Jenny Jin. Reese, meant so much to me when you said you weren't sure about the difference in God and Jesus. I've always wanted to ask, but I thought I should already know. Jenny, that's beautiful. I love that. Exactly, babe. Ask away, especially here. Like, practice on us. Ask. I have no problem saying out here to the world or out one-on-one with someone, I don't understand that. I don't know what that means. I don't know that concept. I don't understand that word. I wasn't raised that way. Can you help me understand? Babe, ask. And if they shame you for that, holy shit, that's on them. That shows their heart, their character, what kind of person they are, right? People who get off on making you feel bad are junk. I don't want to be around people like that. They're not willing to grow. They're not willing to see anything. They don't want to change, and they want to look down on you. That's the person texting me. They're not willing to identify themselves. They're real tough, right? We're going to expose you, Reese. Your time is up. We're going to nail the coffin shut. Nail it shut. Call the funeral home. Nail it shut. I'll still be here, right? I love that, Noelle. Sorry, I got really behind. Okay. Thank you, Copper. And I love that picture. Love your open door policy, Reese. It's always open. Xavier, meant no disrespect. You're welcome here. Don't worry about it. Everybody's welcome here, even the haters, even people who hate us, even people who left How many people have left us, trashed the shit out of me, and then come back and said, I thought for myself and I don't think that way anymore. Can I come back? You're always welcome back. Anybody's welcome here, right? Like everybody's welcome here. The hate people. I love you, New Life Plan. Thank you today for your insight, babe, and your super chats. I really love you. Everybody is welcome here if they're respectful. You just can't come in here being hateful. And you know the definition of hateful, right? Like I don't need to explain it. But yeah, open door policy for sure here. I don't kick people out. Mods aren't going to they're well trained on their what they do. My mods are incredible and they know what can go and what can stay. You just can't be judgmental and mean and hateful. It's not cool, but you can totally challenge us, right? You can totally do that. Ask questions. Say you disagree. I hope that people do that, honestly. This is not group think. It's just not where it's at for me. I'm not interested in that. I want people to think for themselves. The day you stop asking questions, stop learning, and decide you know it all, you know better, is the day you truly become stupid, sad, and lazy. It's no way to live. Yeah, I don't hang out anymore around people like that. It's a good point, Helena. Like, I've never liked a know it all. I've never, ever liked people who think they're, just they know everything. I am not embarrassed to ask questions. I'm not ashamed to say, I don't understand that. Now, I've done that before and people will look at me in public. If I say, like, I don't know what that word means, I've had people be like, you don't know what that word means? I mean, I was married to a man who would say that to me at least weekly. You don't know what that means? You're old enough. You should know what that means. You need to know what that means. You don't have any common sense, sweetie. And that's a problem. I mean, he would do that shit to me all the time, that passive aggressive, laugh at you, condescending shit. You don't know what that means? Like Jeff would shame me. And the louder, the better, right? Like if there were people around, he really got off on it. It wasn't as fun in our kitchen one-on-one, but he would still go, you should know what that means by now. You don't know that? Yeah, you should have learned that. People learn that early on. You should know that. What is productive about that? How is that helpful? Like, who the hell gets off? Would you say that to a child? Would you say it to an elderly person? Would you say it to your mom? Like, you don't know what that means? You should know what that means. What kind of sick are you getting off on here? It's such bully behavior. Spooka Vista, you changed it. I love that. It's so gross to me to laugh at other people. God forbid we admit that we don't know something. Why would you laugh at that? It's nothing to be ashamed of. Hey, Rain. I love that. Yeah. Yeah, love and life. Some people seem to struggle with what decency means. Yes. Yes, I totally agree with that. And Verba Boss, I find it refreshing when people don't pretend to have knowledge and ask questions. I am intelligent and I ask questions all the time. See, so I'm coming into my own. Well, he would say that, Martin. He would say, you should know that. But he would always go, but you're an uneducated Scientologist. And that's okay. He would do that all the time. And I would either I would just kind of do the TR bull bait. Like I would just sit there and let him get it out and show no emotion. But sometimes I would go, and that's okay. I'd just mock him and throw it back in his face. Like, you're such a jackass if you think that I'm falling for any of this. But yeah, he would go, but you're an uneducated Scientologist and you don't know anything. You grew up in a cult and that's okay. Or he'd go, your thoughts are not in reality. And that's okay. What the hell does that even mean? Did you burn your tattoo? What does that mean, Rain? My God. Like on an oven? On a stovetop? No. The cellist is kind of an ass. Yeah, Kim is Lou. I mean, that's the word on the street, girl. It's kind of the rumor sometimes. Yeah, Lady O. Hey, Lady O. Oh, sunburn? No, babe. Although I could have. I was out in the sun yesterday, but not really. Now I get it. I don't know why I didn't get that, Rain. It made sense. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't think sunburn. That was weird of me. Some people say I have a stupid question. I always say it's not a stupid question. If you don't know the answer, ask away. Yeah. So I've gotten better at that, Liz. I mean, I would say I was this nervous, fearful thing, like even up to not that long ago, where I was embarrassed, right? I was embarrassed to ask questions. I was embarrassed because I'm not educated. Jeff was correct. I was an uneducated Scientologist. I'm not educated, right? That's true. And so I would feel introverted, but that has changed so much. I feel very different about that. I stand very firm now and I can look someone in the eye and go, I don't know what that means. Can you explain that to me? I've never heard that, or I don't understand. I've never understood that. I have no problem saying that. And honestly, I think it sets a good example for my son. Like when we are together and he will say something to me that he's learning in school. Huxley is so smart. He knows so much more about history than I do. Obviously, most people do, right? But I love it because he teaches me things. And I will say to him, I don't know what that means. I don't understand. And he'll go, well, that's okay. So back when, blah, blah, blah. And he'll just explain it. Or I can say it in front of him to another and go, can you explain that? I don't understand that. I know I should probably know, but I don't know. Can you explain that? I think that's admirable. I think it's admirable. And I don't feel dumb in front of my son to say that. I don't. And I know that Huxley has a big heart. Huxley is the last person that would ever laugh at anyone. As a matter of fact, I've never seen my kid laugh like at anybody's, like, of course, like a disability, a learning disability, anything like that. I've never seen him, like, he gets the door for people. He's always had a big heart. His teachers have always said that, but you know how kids can be kind of mean. He came home, school hasn't been going on for too long, but the bus this year is packed because he's in a school now that's high school. So it's the school he went to last year was only ninth grade. The bus was not as much, apparently, didn't have as many kids. This year it's packed, he said. And he said that like the first week they get to the stop, and he said it's like a junior or a senior. He's much older, this kid. He's a big kid. And he gets on the bus, and I can't stand this. Yeah, Wendy. Do you guys remember that scene? It breaks my heart. I can't watch it. It makes me cry. In Forrest Gump, when Forrest Gump was a kid and he had that disability with his legs, and he had like what do you call them? Something on his legs to make him walk straighter. And the kids all made fun of him. I couldn't watch that scene. I die when I watch stuff like that. And do you remember all the kids on the bus were like, you can't sit here. The seat's taken. Right. Yeah. It was horrible. I can't watch that kind of shit. Like people being mean to other people like that. Braces on his legs. People being mean to other people who look different than you or something like that is so, like, it hurts me. I can't watch it. It's the same thing as like hurting an animal. I can't watch it. So this kid, Copper, that happened to this kid getting on the bus. And he gets on the bus, and the kids are like, oh, hey, Leslie Mosley. I mean, this is according to Huxley telling me the story, but I believe him. This kid is like, somebody needs to make room for me. And he was hard to understand, Huxley said, because his accent was so thick. He's Southern. He was very Southern. And he was like, one of y'all is going to have to, like, he was, hard to understand. And they were all laughing at him. And Huxley felt horrible for him, and he let him sit with him. But he said, like, the next day and then days after that, when you'd get to this kid's stop, they would all like put their backpacks, like, so that he couldn't sit down. And I was furious about it. And Huxley was like, Mom, chill out. He sits with me. And I said, okay. Like, I feel like crying right now. I do not like it when people do that. Like, I would lose my shit if that happened around me. I don't like rude people. I don't like entitled people. And I do not like people who treat others like they're inferior. Like you shouldn't be here. It's really, really dark to me. It's some dark shit. And I really don't like that kids do that. Like, I get that it happens. It's awful though. And I'm so thankful to God that my kid has always believed in God. Huxley, since he was little, prays before he eats. Hey, Cliff Ann. Guys, he was raised by 2 Scientologists. We didn't talk about God. And somehow, some way, I love you, Robin. Somehow, some way, my child, it's like, you ever see the cement and there's like a tiny crack and there's like a flower growing up through the crack? That's like Huxley. Like, he was born into a dark home of Scientology with there was no sunlight. And hey, Brian Webb, I love you too. I'm glad you made it. And Huxley somehow believed in God, prayed. He always has worn a cross necklace. He asked for a cross necklace from my mom. My mom got him a cross necklace when he was little. He had a Bible. Like, he has always been next to God. And I would say I never shamed it out loud, but I would question it behind the scenes. Like, he'd be at school and I'd be like, where is this coming from? I mean, I'm fine with it, but where is it coming from? I still to this day don't know. Yeah, Rain. And oh, I know, Dee, but it's just weird to me. And it shows, I've said this and we've all heard this, but like, no one's born racist. No one's born hateful, right? Yeah, Debbie Zito. Like, that's taught. And I am so thankful to God that Huxley, he's never been a kid that like stomps on ants. He's never killed things for fun. He's just never been that type of kid. I'm not saying they're all that way, but we know there are kids that way. He like vindictive. Hey, what the hell, y'all? Did he get it from Fred? No, it was way before Fred. He's always been that way. This is little, like 4 years old, right? Mick 18, Mickey, first of all, the bus driver should be correcting those kids and demanding them to move. I totally agree with that. And I think it's all settled down now. It was just like the first week of school, but it's totally bullying. And for what reason? Because he has a deep accent? Like, for what reason? I don't know. Obviously, there is no reason, right? There is no valid reason for that kind of behavior ever. But it's taught, and it makes me sad because those damn kids are that way because they're seeing it somewhere, right? Like, they're taught that way. And thank you, True to Harris. Thank you. I am absolutely blown away by that. And I'm also incredibly thankful, if for no other reason, that my son has always been very respectful. He's always been friends with everybody. He's never hurt animals. He's never hurt insects. Like, he's always kind. And he always has been. I don't mean that like he's a perfect kid. He gets on my damn nerves. He's lazy these days. He's a slob. He's about to be 16. He gets an attitude with me because he can, and he knows he can. But I'll take any of those things. I don't care. Those are phases. I don't care. I don't worry about that stuff. Those are all phases. There's so many things I remember over the years my mom would worry about. Like, kids have phases. They change. Huxley didn't talk till he was 3 years old, right? My mom was panicked about that. She was like, he needs to see a speech therapist. I was like, you think he's going to be 45 and still not talking? He'll talk when he talks. Hey, West Coast Fancy Nancy. I never worried about stuff. I don't put a lot of worry on that kind of stuff. He did this thing when he was like 5 or 6 years old, and he did this all the time for like 6 months. He would do this. Like, he'd blink really hard. And my mom was like, you got to get that checked out. I was like, it's a phase. Like, kids change so much, right? And it went away. But the thing is, something that's been consistent is that Huxley has never understood. He was like me as a child. Like, why do my dad hated gay people. I was like, why do we hate gay people? And he was like, because LRH said, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, I don't. And I never have. I've never understood that. Huxley's the same way. He's like, why can't people love who they love? Who cares? Doesn't affect me. Like, who cares? He's not judgmental like that. And I'm just so thankful that Huxley's the kid that let the kids sit with him on the bus, right? Like, that's important to me. And I'm really, really glad. I also think, guys, and you should think this way, not that I'm telling you how to think, but this is so important to me. And I believe that it's true. At least put some thought toward it. people remember how they made you feel. And so manners and courteous and kindness will always go farther than any degree that you have. And that's not me mocking education. I think it's amazing that people are highly educated. I love doctors. I have a lot of respect for them, but I also have the same respect for someone that flips burgers or is a janitor, right? It's how you treat people that matters. It always will. And I hope that that's why that kid sat with him on the bus, that he offered his seat like that, because I've always told Huxley that the most important thing, like you will get further in life than any law degree or medical school. Doctors are a dime a dozen. I'm sorry, but they are. I have fired so many doctors. If you have a shitty bedside manner, bye. There's 15 more. We're inundated with them. I will find somebody that's kind and courteous and listens to me. I have seen so many doctors that are just know-it-alls and they treat you like they have 4 seconds. Go. Bye. No. Nope. I'll find someone that I like that treats me with respect, right? So we can always switch doctors. So it's cool that you are a doctor, right? But like, where's your heart? That's what I want to see. Where's your character? So I think it's really, I hope that that is one thing he took with him, because I've been saying it since he was like 4 or 5 years old. How you treat people will matter more than anything in this world. And that circles back. I'm not preaching here, okay? But that circles back to the funerals. So when we shut our eyes for the last time and we leave this world, no one ever is going to be at your funeral saying she was hot in a bikini. Nope. They're going to be thinking how you felt, how they made you feel. They're going to be thinking that, right? They're going to be thinking the impression that they made on you of a specific memory. Someone may think, I loved Huxley. He let that kid sit with him on the bus. It's not going to be he had a cool haircut. It's not going to be his mom drove a really nice car. It's not going to be any of those things. It's how they made you feel, the impression, right? Because that's that quote I always read is like the true currency in this world is how we make other people feel. This is stupid. This is a dumb thing, but this really is a pet peeve of mine, and it really gets under my skin. And I feel bad that I didn't do anything about it. I didn't say anything. I actually don't feel bad. It's not my style. I don't make noise in public. Like I'm not gonna like get loud. Yes, Rain, I agree. I was with Tony's Hooter. She drove home today. Let's hope she's safe. I need to text her. I was with Tony's Hooter yesterday at TJ Maxx. We love TJ Maxx. And we went because I was wearing a ring yesterday. And she goes, God, I want that so bad. And I said, I got it at TJ Maxx. Do you want to go see if they have another one? She goes, yeah. And I'm like, the chances are low. But so we go to TJ Maxx and there was one. We had one. They had one for her. It was like this amazing turquoise silver from Mexico ring. They found one. Okay. I found a ring that I liked, but it felt like it was, yeah, Rain, me too. It felt like it was a little bit too big. It was a big cigar band. It was just a silver cigar band. The lady's name was Dee, who checked me out. I love Dee. She was very kind, but my normal jewelry lady is Patty, but she doesn't work weekends. So we had Dee, and I really enjoyed her. She was a sweet little dainty older woman. The jewelry counter can get really busy, and it's always just one person. So we get out to the car. I bought the ring. We get out to the car and I took the tags off of it and it was way too big. The tags made it a little bit thicker, but I mean, this thing was like, it was such a thick ring. I was like, I'm going to lose this. Hey, Lori Lee. So it starts pouring. We're sitting in my car and it just downpours. And I said, I think I'm going to return it. It's way too big. And she goes, well, you might as well do it now. And I'm like, I know, because I live so far away and I'm not going to come back anytime soon. So I had to brave it. And I took out my debit card out of my wallet. I didn't want to bring my purse. I didn't want to bring my phone. I didn't want to get anything wet. So I put my debit card in my pocket to return the ring. And I ran back in, but I got soaked. Okay. I had to wait like 35 minutes to return this because there were so many people waiting. And this is a dumb story again. I feel dumb telling it. But this woman was probably 60, I would say, 65-ish, somewhere in there. And she's looking through the glass at all the jewelry, and Dee is looking at me because she's like, "Why are you back?" And she sees me with the bag to return it. And I'm just smiling and I'm looking at her and I'm looking at more jewelry because I didn't really look at everything. So I'm looking. And this woman's looking through the glass. And then I start paying attention to the woman because she's dealing with Dee behind the counter, this sweet little lady. And this woman's very overpowering. And she looks through the glass and she goes, "Let me see that one." She's very, very rude. There was never a please, never a thank you, like just demanding, like slave type of thing. She goes, "Let me see that one." And the lady's like, "This?" And she goes, "No, that one." And she's like, "This one?" She's like, "Yeah." She pulls it out and she's like, "Is this sterling?" And she's like, "I don't know. You'd have to look at the tag." And she was like, "Well, you look and tell me." She was so rude to this woman. And I'm getting more and more heated, like standing there watching. I'm just kind of giving her the look. Like I'm looking at this lady and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like that's a human being. This is no different than going to a restaurant. Watch people, guys, watch how people treat people in the service industry or just at work. Go to a restaurant and watch someone be like, "Hey, we need 4 Cokes and some mozzarella sticks." So anyway, like, are you serious? That's a human being. Like, acknowledge that that's a human. Maybe I know this is crazy, but this goes back to what I was saying. How you treat people. I don't know if anyone's listening to this, but I'm heated about it. She orders like, or she doesn't order. She buys like 4 cheap ass necklaces and then a ring or something. And she's like, "Now these are going to be gifts." She goes, "Put them." I'm literally quoting this woman. She goes, "Put them in boxes and lay them flat so they don't get all tangled up." And this poor woman looks at me and she goes, "I'm sorry." Like she knows I'm waiting a while. I'd waited like 30 minutes. And Dee, the sweet lady behind the counter, she goes, "I'm so sorry." And I said, "You take your time." I said, "You're doing great." I said, "You're fantastic." And I purposely did that. So I'm glad she had the interaction with me because this shitty person was next to me, this woman. And I said, "You're doing great." I said, "I'm just going to return this. It was a little bit too big." I said, "But you were so nice, Dee." I was like, "Thanks for what you do. You're so nice." I said, "God, I'm going to have to tell somebody because your customer service is through the roof." And I did that on purpose because I was like trying to balance out this shitty human being who's like, "What's wrong with you?" Let me be a Scientologist for a minute because I don't know any other way to put it. Come to present time. I talked to Huxley about this a lot too. Considerate. Be considerate. What does that mean? Consider your fucking surroundings. Consider who's standing there listening to you. Consider the people that this will affect. Every decision, everything that comes out of our mouth affects the environment, the people in it, right? So if you're a shitty doctor and you have a bad bedside manner, I'm out. Bye. I'm hightailing it out of there and I'm going to go find someone else. This woman was literally like, "Let me see that one." And she was like, "All right, these are all going to be gifts." So she was like, uh, "Who hurt you? Box them up." And she was like, "And lay them flat so they don't get all." And poor Dee, this woman like lays everything flat and she shows every box and she goes, "Is this okay?" So the second, this lady is still paying and getting her stuff. And the like right before I'm about to be helped, a manager walks over and it said manager on her tag and she had like a bunch of keys on her arm. I knew she was a manager. And she goes, "You doing okay, Dee?" And Dee was like, "Yeah." She points to me and she goes, "She's been waiting a really long time." And I said, "I can still wait. It's pouring." I said, "I got nowhere to be. It's okay. I'm trying to dry off still." And the manager was like, "Are you?" And Dee goes, she goes, "Are you returning it?" And I said, "Yeah, I tried it on and it's just too big once I got in the car." And this rude lady is still standing next to me. And I said, "Hey," and what was the Monica was the manager's name. It was on her name tag. I said, "Hey, Monica, real quick though." I said, "I'm not in a hurry, so don't worry. You don't have to check me out." And she goes, "Yeah." I said, "I just want to say Dee's performance is, I don't know how long she's worked here." And she said, she goes, "She's only been here 3 months." And I said, "I would have thought she's been here the last 20 years. I said, "This woman is over the top kind to people and patient." And I said, "She is so sweet, her whole demeanor." I said, "So I just wanted to tell you while you're over here." I said, "I don't know if you're leaving, but just as a manager, I was going to find you anyway." And I said, "She's amazing." And I really tried to, the point was, it wasn't me trying to be a bitch. I was trying to offset the balance, right? But I was also trying to get this lady to consider the whole effect she just had on me, D, like, I was trying to get her to think through her actions. I doubt I made a dent, right? But still, guys, like, she could have been a billionaire. That could have been Jeff Bezos's new wife. I don't know. I don't give a shit. That's a status. That's your status. You just displayed your character and it was ugly. I wouldn't be your friend for any reason whatsoever. If that's how you treat people, I don't want to be seen anywhere near you. That's embarrassing. And she was at least probably 60 years old. There's no excuse. If she was 19, I'd have been like, she's a snotty little brat. Nobody knows themselves until they're in their 30s at least. Like when I was in my 20s, I'm sure I was highly rude to people. You don't know yourself yet. You don't know your place in the world. Like I truly believe life and experience as you age, I would never go back. Like my experience and everything that I've learned thus far is way more important to me than looks or anything else. I don't want to go back, right? But I'm not trying to preach here, but like you can go witness it any time of day, anywhere. People are so rude. People are in such a hurry. People are so inconsiderate. It's unreal to me to be like, and these are gifts, put them in a box and make them lay flat so that, and like, she was just like, I want to see that one. Show me that one. And the lady was like, that one? She goes, no, that one. She was barking orders at this woman. And I don't know what good it would have done for me to intervene, right? Like, I think what I did was the right thing to do. That's as comfortable as I am, trying to offset the balance by complimenting the kind woman, giving, her support, giving her kindness. I don't know how good it would have done. I think it would have caused a huge confrontation if I would have been like, can you say please? Like, could you treat her a little kinder? The only way I think I would have done that, if looking back, I kind of wish I would have been like, that's my mom. Could you be a little nicer to her? I could have done that. I kind of wish I would have done something like that because she wouldn't have anywhere to go with that. But if I would have said something like, hey, lady, you're rude. Like, where's that going to go? Nobody responds well to that shit. Like, that would have turned into a back and forth yelling, and I probably would have been asked to leave, right? And I'm just trying to return a ring and a wet t-shirt contest because I was soaked. I don't know how there was another way to address that other than fucking this lady off, fuck off, and just going straight to the source and going, you are so good at what you do. You are so kind. Thank you for being so kind and patient. Like, I don't know how else to make a point. Making a point directly with the woman, she would have been angry. She would have felt like she was right and I was wrong, right? It wouldn't have worked. But the thing is, I don't care. She's going to go treat hundreds more people like that, I'm sure. She's unhealed. That's where she's at. And you got to meet people where they're at. You can't make them see the light. If anybody would have told me 5 years ago, you need to believe in God, there is a God, I would have been like, ew, get away from me. You're freaking me out, right? Like, you can't force someone to quit smoking because you're going to tell them they're going to get lung cancer. People have to see it. And they don't want you to solve their problems. They want to figure it out for themselves, right? And when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I truly believe that. I'm living proof of that. We all are. So I don't think correcting the woman would have done anything. But I do hope that by the way that I tried to talk to the manager and all of that, like maybe she left there a little bit embarrassed. I hope she did. I hope she left there going, ooh, I was rude to that lady. Like, it's uncalled for. But the point is, I'm going to button this up with what I tell Huxley. And I'm not perfect. I have been rude to people throughout my entire life, guys. I'm not trying to say like, be like me. Nope. I've been incredibly rude to people. So I'm not trying to say anything like I'm on a pedestal. I have really bad days. If I'm shitty to a person, I always circle back though with, I was shitty to you. It's me, not you. I am so sorry that I just barked at you. At least I try to. Here's the other thing. We're all going to fuck up. We're all going to be that woman. I want to hang out with people like that, but you have to be accountable for it. Like, we're all going to make mistakes. Like, we're all going to be shitty. We're all going to be bad people. Like, there's no question. That's totally acceptable, in my opinion, as long as you are accountable for it. As long as you understand that, like, oh, that's on me. And grow from it. Learn from it. Hey, Riley's human. Learn from it. and go, I'm not going to be that person anymore. I want to change from treating people like that. Those are my kind of people. Right. But like I tell Huxley, like manners are everything. How you treat people is how you're going to be remembered when you're dead. It's important. Did she look at you when you were complimenting the salesperson? Absolutely not. She was next to me. Like we were both leaned against the glass. She was next to me. And I was watching her through my peripheral view, and no, not at all. She did not give a shit. No, she didn't want to hear it. You at least highlighted her patience and kindness to the relevant people. Yeah, well, I did. I was going to go look for a manager and tell the manager how amazing Dee was. I'm just glad she happened to step into my view for me. I didn't have to go find her. Probably oblivious. Yeah, probably. I'm still, though, really blown away by the lack of manners and just common courtesy. I would take, hey, Bumblebee, I would take my stupid, uneducated Scientology self any day, because at least I'm self-aware enough to see the effect I have on others, whether it be good or bad. I've snapped at people and I'm like, ooh, that was heavy-handed. I shouldn't have done that. But I would take not knowing world history any day over people who just bulldoze through others and snap at them, and the kids on the bus that treated the kid that way. Like, at least we're not like that. I guess is just the better. I'll take it. I really will. It was better what you did, brought positivity to her and included the manager. Yeah. Is it wrong that I may have added even with rude people? What do you mean? Is it wrong that I may have added? I don't know what that means, Ginny Jin. Even with rude people. I think you're gonna have to clarify that for me. Bumblebee, I'm glad you're here, babe. I just I struggle with that. And you say rude people. I think rude is subjective. You've seen me stream out in the wild and talk to strangers. Some people might say I'm rude. I can be kind of sharp and quick, and my humor can be dark, and some people may take that as like they're sensitive to it and like, geez, it's definitely a humor thing for me. And I've had many people throughout my life say, I don't know if you're kidding or not. Like, I've got dry, dark humor a lot of the time. And I just realized that as I said it out loud. Maybe, hey, Joanne Palmer, I may come off as rude. Saying she's great with customers, she's even great with rude people. Oh, that would have been awesome. I wish I would have said that. If I would have thought to say, that's clever, to say she's great with customers, even really rude people, she's got a lot of patience with. Oh my God, that would have been great. Dang, girl, I wish I would have said that. Baby Steps, how are you doing physically? You seem much better. I hope so. Thank you, Baby Steps. I'm glad you're still here. Thank you for the super chat. So I'm still off of my diabetes medication, and I can tell now, like, meaning, hey, Anna Banana, I can tell, I think I'm gaining weight and I'm hungry all the time now. So I've been on a GLP-1. I've been on Rybelsus Baby Steps for the last about 4 years. And as you know, most of you know, a GLP-1 really curbs your appetite. And I only eat once a day. And when I do eat, I can only eat a little bit. Like, I may think I'm starving, but I'll take like 8 bites and I'm like, whoa, I'm full. I can't. That's now worn off. And I'm worried about it. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I wake up hungry in the morning. I can't tell you, it's been years since I've eaten in the morning. I don't eat breakfast. I've never really been a breakfast eater, but like, I got to eat something now in the morning. That's a problem. That's going to be a problem. So I'm going to go back on my GLP-1 drug. I'm supposed to wait like another couple of weeks. Oh yeah. I saw that Joe is on it too. And he's eating my size portions, right? I'm glad he's on it. It's a great medication. Joe and I are on the same drug, I think. I'm pretty sure he said that. So That's all, baby steps. I can really tell. The thing is, I'm kind of scared to go back on it. My doctor said when I go back on it, he said maybe take it every other day to start. Because if that's what created and caused the pancreatitis, obviously I'm scared. I never want to experience that kind of pain again. That was excruciating pain. It was horrific pain. So I'm a little nervous to get back on it. Good for him, Rain. He's lost weight already. Tell him I'm happy for him. We all are. That's great. That's my only thing, baby steps, is I don't want that to cause I'm scared to go back on it and then it causes that issue again. No, I'm glad that you brought it up. As a matter of fact, I was thinking I need to kind of update people because a lot of you have been asking. So no, I'm glad you asked. I didn't mean to take you off your topic. I was pretty much done with that topic anyway. I think we get the gist, right? Be kind to people or get the hell out. I love you, baby steps, and thank you for the super chat. You're a nurse, and I love talking to a lot of our audience because a lot of them are medically trained, and I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, Sophia, totally. Yeah, Robin W, just don't be a dick. And if you're going to be a dick, order from home, shop online. We don't want to see you in public. Buy your shit on Amazon. Okay. If you're going to dick swing, do it from your home, your laptop. Anyway, we'll see. I'm scared to go back on it, but I need to because I am hungry. Like I was saying that to Tony Suter. Like I am hungry. I'm hungry all the time. And I haven't been, hey, Margie Bar, I haven't been hungry in years. I haven't. I've lost like I haven't been, I can't stand, I'm gonna offend a lot of people right here. It's more of a joke, but it's kind of true. I cannot stand people who are like, oh, I went on Ozempic yesterday and I've lost 72 pounds since noon. I can't stand that shit. So many people are like, are you on a GLP-1? Because I'm on a GLP-1. I started this morning and I'm down 100 pounds. I'm like, fuck off. I have been on a GLP-1 for 4 years and I've lost about 25 pounds in 4 years. Why? How come I'm not? Why? It's West Coast Fancy Nancy. It never fails. You can literally go anywhere now and people are like, I'm on Monjuro or Ozempic or whatever it is. And they're like, I've lost 200 pounds since Wednesday. I'm like, get out of my face. It's weird. So I also have been told though by doctors and nurses that those are people who are, first of all, may have had to lose way more weight than me, but also um, a lot of those people are not diabetic. So if you are diabetic, such as me, you don't the drug doesn't it's you might lose a little weight but it's not it doesn't do the same thing. It's actually working to control your diabetes, right? Yes, sorry, MLG Gamer had it worded it correctly. You're taking it for a medical reason, right? But I'm still tired. Well, good for you, Joe. Yeah, Joe and I are both on Ribelsis. Joe, are you doing a pill or the injection? I take the pill. I cannot tell you though, if one more person comes up to me and says, I'm on Ozempic and I've lost 46 pounds in the last hour and a half. I'm like, okay. Like I'm down 6 pant sizes since 1:00 this afternoon. I had to go back to the store and buy more. I'm tired of it. Don't share that story with me anymore. I don't usually say what to do here. I don't want to hear any more of it. I am diabetic. You're on the pill, Joe. Okay, good for you. You know, my doctor said most people don't do the pill. Almost everyone does the injection. I'm like, well, I don't want to. So they better keep making a pill because I don't want to. My doctor said people don't want to take the pill because they forget to take it. Who the hell is forgetting? Like I keep it on the sink next to my toothbrush. I just take it I don't know if you know, I'm sure you know this, Joe, but Ribelsis you have to take. My doctor was so weird about this when she put me on it. You got to take it in the morning with like a very small amount of water. I feel like she said like 3 ounces of water, no more than that. And you have to wait 30 minutes before you do anything else. You cannot drink coffee. You can't have anything to eat. You're not supposed to take any other medications. You got to wait 30 minutes. So it's like, who's going to forget that? I just get up every morning and I swallow it and I take it. Like, I don't forget that. But yeah, Wendy. Okay, you take Monjaro. Yeah. Set an alarm. The only thing is, if I have to take it every other day, that could be hard. I could get forgetful with that because I might be like, did I take it today? Reese, the first week I was on Ribelsis, I gained 3 pounds. And the second week I've been on it 10 down, now I'm down 16. Good for you. Has it messed with your stomach at all? It took me a little bit to get used to that. And I'm worried about that too. When I get back on it, am I resetting? Is my whole stomach going to hurt again when I do it? I'm on Ozempic and I lost my mind 4 hours ago. Wow, Wisconsin Barb. I've never heard of that side effect, but I'm sorry to hear that. You might forget a pill, but not a shot. I can assure you I forget my shot. Yeah, I would almost think that a shot would be harder to remember. I don't know. You have to take it with a little bit of water, less than 4 ounces of water, and 30 minutes before you eat. Yeah, me too. And my doctor brought up if I get off of Ribelsis, he brought up me being on Jardiance. And I said, I thought that was for your heart. And he said it helps the heart, but he said it's for diabetics. And I said, why don't I know this? Because I only marry old men. Like I'm used to all of these old dudes medications. Like my ex-husband was on like tons of stuff. Like I should know this. I was disappointed in myself. Like normally I could pass a trivia for sure of like old men medications, shots, signs to look for a stroke. Like I am certified in it. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's an old man certification if you plan on having a large age gap like myself. In certain states, there's a law. If you're going to marry like an old man, you have to have you have to know the Heimlich, you have to know like CPR, signs of a stroke, heart attack. You have to pass a test of how soon you can get him to the hospital. You got to run that drill a few times. You have to know no one's laughing at this. Do you guys think I'm serious? Hey, Rachel, you have to know all the old man medications. I'm certified in that. Now people are going to put up laughing emojis because they feel sorry for me and they're just going to throw them in there. Yeah, I'm certified in all 50 states. So if there is an old man, Yadira, who reaches out and wants to get married, hey, Tampa A, if there's an old man that reaches out and wants to get married, I can show him my certification. My mods have my certifications. I can perform anything. I can be with old men and I can perform other things too. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a Jill of all trades. That's me. I'm also certified as well because my dad is old. There you go, Rain. I'm laughing. Poor man would die waiting for me to stop freaking out. Bumblebee, hey, SoCal Joy, not me. Not me. I'm been through, thank you, Tampa A. I have been around the block. I've been to the rodeo more than once on marrying old men. I know exactly what to do. It's true, Sophia. I was just thinking, I wonder how many people listening are going to think this is true. Armine, that's why people say to me a lot, they're like, I can't tell if you're kidding because I keep a straight face. And then I wondered as I was telling that story, I'm like, I might have to crack a joke or something here so that people know I'm not being serious. Tampa A swims laps with her 78-year-old dad. I love that girl. I bet he's attractive. That's a nice age. It's a great age. It's ripe. Not quite crispy, but ripe, right? Yeah, almost there. I was caregiving for the last 3 years. I got my cert, but now I'm napping for funsies. Cute. I love that. Verba Boss. Hottest Patootie certified panhandler. Thank you so much. I am a certified. What am I a panhandler of? Digital. I am a certified digital panhandler and catfisher or whatever they call me. How do I fish? Is it catfishing? I can't remember. Sad fishing. Sad fish, guys. Sorry, not catfish. Cry fish. Sad fish. Depressed fish? I don't know what I do, but they'll tell you. I also spent a lot of time with my grandma taking her to the doctors, so I got the certification. Good for you, Rain, and I love that. I love that about you. Rain is a caregiver through and through. Digital catfisher. No, I don't think that's it, Yadira. I'm pretty sure I'm not a catfisher. We could call in a lifeline. Could we call one of the haters real quick? How do I do it? I think I'm a sad fisher. I think it's sad fishing. Hey, Dark Roast. Ooh, definitely sending good vibes to your boyfriend's mother. Had to get an emergency colon procedure. Oh God, that sounds horrible. I hope that never happens to any of us. I'm sorry that happened to her. Yeah, MLG Gamer said that I'm a sad fisher. One fish, catfish, sad fish, bluefish. That's what it is, Robin. Thank you for clearing that up. I was the better understandable voice for my terminal dad. It's pretty much medical training. I love that. Sophia, I love your heart. A purple car just drove by, and all I can say is, are they a jester? Probably, most likely. If they had some kind of usually, I'll give you a little hint here. Jesters put some kind of an emblem on the back of their car. They almost always do. Jesters have one of their little psycho guys, their little Billiken creeps, their little demon men, the little naked demon. That's usually like on a license plate cover thing, or it's its own sticker. Jeff had several. Sad catfishing. Scat fishing? Maybe we should just make it one word. Let's merge the words. Scat fishing? Scat fishing? I can't remember what it is that I do, but guys, it's definitely, I digital panhandling. Yeah, Liz R, I get it. This was fun. What is today? Oh, I have an idea. Okay, so tomorrow, I wanted to tell you guys, we're going to do an earlier show. If you can join me tomorrow. Splat Fisher. Robin, clever tonight. Digicat sad fishing. I like this, guys. I like the spin on words. I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well own it. Scat is shit. Pit fishing. Oof. What will they think of next? What a time to be alive. Scat is poop. Okay, well, I'm not fishing for poop. We're fishing for funds, remember? Why don't we just say it? Venmo fishing? Super chat fishing? Sad fishing sounds stupid. Like that's beating around the bush. Let's just put it out there. Like we might as well just be upfront about it. Tomorrow. Okay, everybody's saying no to the scat. Okay, tomorrow, I'm going to do an earlier one, splat fishing. I'm going to do an earlier show, like around 3 in the afternoon, my time. So 3 or 3:30 Central. Oh, apparently it's a sad fishing dry begging. I don't know. Panky fishing. Oh my God, that's cute. This is really cute. See, dry begging sounds weird to me. It's like dry humping. Like what let's just call it what it is. Right? Like I'm a digital panhandling all up and down these streets, right? Panky fishing, sock fishing, and tattoo fishing. That's true. Thanks again for everybody that gave me money for my tattoo. That was for my birthday, and I really appreciate that because it went toward it. So thank you. Panky fishing. I like that. That's cute together. Dry humping, grifting. That's kind of gross, but I don't mind it. So tomorrow, guys. Oh, speaking of, I just looked this way. Tony P, are you in here? I don't think she is in here. Tony P, I think is often on the replay crew. Speaking of my panky, this is so cute because Armine sends me gifts a lot and candles and stuff. And it made me think of this because she sent me an amazing candle recently. Tony P sent me a candle and it was said, I hope you feel better, Reese. And I wanted to say thank you, but I want to show you guys. This is so cute. We're wet, not dry fishers. I just don't know about the fishing part. I think if we're going to call it fishing, we're super chat shopping fishing. Yeah, we're super chat fishing. You know, we're just putting out a line and then you guys bite, right? I take advantage of the elderly too, remember? Look at this. Liz, are you still alive? You still kicking, Liz? You in here? Speaking of elderly. Look at this. I wish I could take away your pain and give it to someone we both hate. Is that the cutest message you've ever seen? Is that adorable? Tony P sent me this for my angry panky. I wish I could take away your pain and give it to someone we both hate. Hanky panky fishing. Isn't this cute? And it smells so good. Lavender. I love lavender. You know, it's a gamble sending somebody anything that's scented because you don't know. You don't know what people are going to like. Oh my God. Excuse me. Oh, Liz is still alive. Deep breath off the oxygen tank. I'm here. Liz is 104. We don't know how she still does it, but she's from the Old Testament days. Wild to know. I know. It's crazy. Liz, I'm glad you're still kicking. When are you planning the discussion on God? Great question. Love you, Don Pariso. Let's do that, not tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm on a time. So tomorrow, baby steps. Thank you for your super chat. Tomorrow, I'm going to Ellie's shower. Guys, do you know how long it's been that I never get invited to stuff? I wish I could go to people's weddings. Weddings are fun. I've been to like 2 in my whole life. I want to go to people's baby showers, weddings. I think those are so fun. Llama Lisa, I won't do it tomorrow. Oh my God. Oh, tomorrow is your birthday, Llama Lisa? Tomorrow. Happy birthday tomorrow, babe. I love that. Baby steps. Yes. So tomorrow, later in the day, I'm going to her baby shower. I got to pick up mom. So tomorrow I'm going to do a stream, guys, around 3 or 3:30. Some of you may not make it because it's an earlier stream. Some of you will, though. It'll be fun to see the people that don't normally come. But when do you want to do it? Baby steps. I was thinking a day this week for sure, like maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Would that be okay with everyone? I don't, if you weren't here, what she's asking me, this is out of character for me. Well, I don't know if it's out of character, but I'm not going to make this a habit. So I don't want, yes, Wendy, I don't want people to freak out about this. Not Wednesday. Okay, let's do it. Why do I feel like I have something on Thursday? What is today? Oh, okay. Baby steps, could you do Tuesday or Thursday? Hey, Abigail, I'm glad you made it. Abigail, I don't know, you might want to rewatch this stream or some parts of it. We talked about God and just some interesting things. But Abigail, you came in at the right time. Oh, I missed a super chat? Oh my God, I don't want to miss a super chat. I don't think so. This was my last super chat, Helena. Is this the one you're talking about? That was from Baby Steps, and I'm answering her question right now. Oh, I did. Christy Lynn. Thank you, Helena, that's so important to me. My mods know that. Guys, I never like to miss super chats because it's, as people with the haters would say, because you're a grifter. Actually, no, it's because I very much appreciate them. And people give money to put up a comment. And it's like they won't feel seen or heard. It's not validating if I skip it. So thank you for telling me that, Helena. It's important to me. Catfishing. Oh, chat fishing. Christy Lynn, that's pretty smart. Chat fishing. I like that. That's catchy. Let's just use that. Thank you, Helena. Thank you, Yadira. Okay, so everybody's saying, okay, Tuesday. Let's see. I got some votes here. Wednesday is a popular Bible study day for many, Verbo Boss. Wednesday. Wait, who said not? Did Baby Step say not Wednesday? Did somebody say not Wednesday? Now I'm like looking through the yeah, Baby Step said not Wednesday. Okay. I want to make sure she can be there. So could we do, love you, Sandra, Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday, Baby Steps? Do any of those days work for you? And I would probably do it around the time we normally do it, which would be around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Bye, love and life. How's that work for everyone? Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday? I don't know yet. And I don't know what okay, Baby Steps. Tuesday or after 4 your time on Wednesday. Oh, well, we could do Wednesday then. I would be willing. Okay, Baby Steps, that works. Maybe we should do Wednesday around like 4:30. Thank you again for that super chat, babe. And I just want to explain to people. Okay, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Yes, Abigail. Bumblebee. Okay, I'll try to. Maybe we could do like 4:30. I would like to do, just for those who are like, what are you talking about? The other day, I said I have a lot of God questions, Bible questions, not so much Bible, well, maybe Bible questions. I just have I want to have an open discussion about, hey, Carrie Wilson, but I'm going to put it in the title because I realize this is not for everybody. Please don't think I'm changing the channel to become a Bible channel or something like that. It's not that. This will be a one-off. Okay. I just want to have a very respectful, open chat, open talk discussion about spirituality, God, but mostly I just want to discuss some things and clear up some things, if that makes sense. Like, I just have some strange questions that I'm embarrassed to ask. First of all, like, and I say embarrassed not because I should know, because I don't think I should know. Embarrassed because I don't want people to be offended by it. Like I'm talking, I probably, yeah, Abigail, I'm talking like some dumbass questions, right? Like I probably have some questions where people are going to go, what? Like the other day, first of all, I learned Old Testament. I had no idea what that meant. I didn't know there was a time before Jesus. I always wondered that as a Scientologist. I was like, did people exist before Jesus? Like, was there a town? Was there life? Were there animals? I didn't know. I thought like that's when time started. I didn't know. So that's what I mean. I think I'm like the dumbass in the room that didn't know and everybody else knew. So, but you guys treated me with total respect and dignity. Like nobody was like, Reese, you didn't know that? That's what I'm talking about. I want to have an open discussion where I can feel safe and calm to ask questions like that I probably like is over the top. Like, how did you not know that? But I want to have an open talk about that. Not everyone's going to want to do that. Not everyone's going to want to attend that kind of a topic or discussion. Um, Interesting, Verbo Boss. I want to make that clear. Like, and I don't want people who don't believe in God or who don't want to take part in this to go, great, so you're becoming like a God channel. No, not at all. I want people to be free thinkers, free will, believe in what you want. And I don't want anyone to come to that chat that doesn't feel comfortable or doesn't want to listen to it. Right. Um, that's my point. I just want to have a one-off discussion about it. And I kind of really am excited about it because I know that other people are going to bring their questions and it's going to inspire me and I'm going to learn a lot from it. I can already tell. Like, I'm just looking forward to it. I'm also keeping my mind open about it, such as like the other thing I want to say, and again, this may feel like I'm offending you and I don't want you to feel that way, but I am going to say this. Just because you tell me something, like the Bible says this and God says that, I don't necessarily adopt that. That's your interpretation of something. Like I adopt things that make sense to me and I can conceptually understand. But some people do like to push the Bible and go like God says that you should, or I learned that God, or my pastor said this. Most people don't do that. But my point is, it is your interpretation until I read the Bible for myself. And let's be honest, the Bible is interpreted differently by everyone. And that's a beautiful thing. We all think differently. But I still want to have this discussion because I love your hearts and I love most of your guys's like thoughts on things. And you help me more than anything, you help me to understand and get a concept of things now. Like a lot of you have really helped me. Abigail, Baby Steps, Liz Tricks, a lot of people, Tony Suter, have helped me to get over the hump of like, that doesn't make sense to, oh, I get it. Like it makes sense. So even understanding the depth of Jesus and like how I still don't fully get, I'm almost there, but I don't fully get the like he died for us and took all the sins of the world, or like that's the kind of stuff I want to discuss. I don't fully get it and I want to get it. I want to understand it. Oh, I love that, Carrie Wilson. Yes, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Baby Steps, thanks so much for considering my schedule. Of course, I want you to be there. I love it when you're in our chats. A lot of you, I want you guys to be there if you want to be there. But I love you, Baby Steps, and I want you there. So thank you again for the super chat. Hey, Rue, I love your new body art. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Rue. Dang, girl. Thank you. And I love that picture of you. Thank you for your super chat. Isn't all religion interpretation man's interpretation, right? Honest question. I think so, Robin. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Definitely. I love when others here explain things. Looking forward to it. Me too, Bumblebee. We have some very intelligent, just very well taught. What am I trying to say? I could roll off the tongue any question. I could give you an answer on Scientology. That's about it. Like I'm not well versed on anything else, and I'm the first to say it. I'm not going to say it's like the person trying to shame me. Oh my God, me too. Ever since I learned of that, I see it all the time, Martin. It's crazy. Every time I look at my phone, it's always like 144, 244. It's crazy. We have very kind people in here, but more than that, we have very understanding and patient people, not pushy. People who are willing to wait on you and help walk you through something and hold your hand through it is what I'm trying to say. And not just on the subject of religion. I'm not talking about just this. We have the most patient, people. And I mean, come on. I left Scientology. I thought the statutory rape was okay until about 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I have been so backwards on everything coming into the real world. So many people could have been like, Reese, what did you just say? Snap out of it. That's not how we think. Nope. This amazing community has held my hand, walked at my pace with me, waited for me to understand, helped me to understand. Nobody was an asshole. Everybody was over the top kind. All of you guys. You've been understanding. Do you know how amazing it is? So many of you have said to me recently, we've been waiting for you to get this. We've been waiting for you to find God. We've been waiting for you to understand your worth. That is so the biggest gift you could give a person. I cannot explain how grateful I am for you guys. I can't put it into words. That's a true human being. Like, that is how a parent should be. Like, it's just such a gift to meet me where I was at. You met me where I was at. You didn't have these expectations up here, and I was just coming out of the gates down here. You met me down here and said, okay, we'll work and we'll raise it together and we'll see you through it. That's what you guys did. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but that's the truth. That's how I see it. People were already up here when I came out, and they joined me down here and said, we'll work with you. We'll grow with you. We'll learn together. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you, baby steps. It's a beautiful thing. Abigail says, Reese, you were at a cult for 38 years and just got out 3 years ago. To me, it's a blessing that you not only found Christ, but found him so soon. I agree with that, Abigail. I couldn't be happier. So you weren't here for the whole stream. Martin, I very much value friendship now. I never did before. It makes total sense that I made all those enemies coming out of the gate with all those people who I used to work with because I didn't value them. It's just the truth. I was still a Scientologist. But I agree with this very much, Abigail, and I think it was meant to happen, and I just appreciate every moment. And my life, I was saying at the beginning of this stream, Abigail, I know I believe in God. It's not a guess. It's not like I think there's a God. I know there's a God because I just know. My life is so much better since I met God. I'm not alone anymore. I don't feel lonely anymore. I don't feel less than anymore. I don't feel like I got to prove my worth to people. I don't feel like I got to correct the haters. I don't care. I know who I stand with. I know who stands with me, and I know where I'm going. I'm not afraid. There's no fear anymore. I don't feel that like, oh God, what's coming? Not worried about it. You want to nail the coffin shut? Slam it shut. I don't care, right? But I love that. So Abigail, thank you for saying that. It was very kind. Yeah, Abigail, can you come to the stream on Wednesday if we do it at like 4:30 my time? And again, I will put it in the title, like, this is a God and spiritual discussion. Like, don't attend if it's, it won't be a regular everyday stream. This will be specifically questions about it and an open discussion, right? Where nobody's going to be shamed for it. Oh my God, we went over 2 hours. Wow. I've just been flapping my gums like I do. I didn't even realize. Thank you, Christy Lynn Wilson. I love that. We love you, Reese. More than that, God loves you. Thank you. That is a very nice thing to say, and it's so true. And may God's love be with you. That's a song that I love, and I loved it before I ever found God, and I still loved that saying. It was a song with Chris Martin. It's only on YouTube now. I used to have it on Apple Music, and they took it off. It's called In the Sun with Michael Stipes, who's the lead singer of REM, and Chris Martin. There's other versions of it, but that's my favorite. And he says in there all like the lyrics of the song are, may God's love be with you. And I loved that saying. I always have. Matter of fact, that would be a cool tattoo as well. Okay, perfect. Abigail will be there. And again, Tony P, thank you for the candle. I love the smell and it's hilarious. You've been testifying, Reese. Thank you, Angie Mo. Or yeah, Angie Mo said that. For a second, I thought it was somebody else. Thank you, babe. I love you. Abigail, closing. Seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. That's quite fitting. And I love that. And that's what I was just saying. I just don't feel the fear anymore. Don't worry about tomorrow. I don't. I feel like God is on my side. What else do I need? That's beautiful, Abigail. Thank you for that and the super chat. I appreciate that so much. Guys, on that note, hit subscribe on your way out if you so choose. And I will be back tomorrow, an earlier stream around 3:30 in the afternoon, because then I got to hop off and go to the baby shower. I'm very excited about that. But thank you for listening to me today. I mean it. Thank you for your time. It's always most important. That's my love language. Sitting here listening to me, I love that. The present is the present. Yes. Oh yeah, New Testament. Yes, I love that, Abigail. I like knowing the difference in that now. That makes a difference for me. Thank you for your super chats tonight. That's so kind. I appreciate it. Huxley and I really are grateful for that. I want you to know it. I love you, Rain Virus, and I mean it. Thank you for the memberships. All of those things really matter. It helps me, and I appreciate it. Mods, thank you for being here. I love you guys, and I love all of you. So I will see you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. And here comes Fred.